What's up, Survivor fans? Man, y'all given me so many questions, so I was like, ooh, I'll make a second video today. So this is my second tea with Michaela B. Rocking the McCafe tea today. But second tea today. Y'all have some awesome questions, so keep those things coming, so I'll jump right in. First question is from Lexi Ball Esther. Her question is there a real shortage of food, or does CBS apply it? Lexi, you know how many girls out here trying to lose weight? They would give anything to lose 13 pounds in 22 days. Like, that's like a pound every other day. Do you know how more rich CBS would be if they had a fake diet plan that could make us lose that type of weight? Girl, there is definitely a shortage of food. It's not there. What you see at the very beginning of the game when we grab, that's literally what we grab. That's it. There might be coconuts. Sometimes we're on an island where coconuts are not native, but there's always going to be some form of coconut. It may not be the tastiest coconut or the nicest ripe one, but there are typically coconuts scattered. But other than that, there is no food. You got to win it on a reward, or you starve. So that part's real. Emily Nicole 220 says, how much of the show is staged? You know, I almost slapped someone one time because they said Survivor is fake. Again, nothing is staged. No, they don't tell us to do stuff for drama. What you have to understand is we're literally sitting on this island for 24 hours a day. There's between 24 and 72 hours of footage per day, depending on how many tribes there are. So what you see on TV is like the most exciting of what happens, but there's plenty of times where we are just sitting there laying on the dirt because you're exhausted, you can't talk anymore, there's only so many people to vote out, so you're just sitting there and you're just looking at the sky, smelling your funk and waiting for the sun to set and the sun to rise. So everything you see is real. If someone's getting tips, they weren't giving them to me, honey. Next, Big Brother Shrek asks, does the pre-jury know what happens during the game, or do you have to wait till it plays out on TV? Two parts to that question. While we're on the pre-jury trip, we don't know what's going on. We don't have phones. We don't even have watches. We don't have internet access. We can't get on a computer. We don't know. When I was in Australia on the pre-jury trip, I didn't even know Jay's last name. Like, even if I wanted to reach out and say, Jay, why'd you do that to me? I didn't know if Jay's name was Jay. I didn't know Zeke went to Harvard. I didn't know anything except what people told me, which half of it was lies. So we literally don't know. Now, when we come back to regular life, the people who are at Ponderosa, they get to know each other because they're out of the game. But the rest of us, I don't know how that process happens. Somebody gets in contact with somebody and trickles on down. So long story short, no. Do we know what's going on? Absolutely not. But after the fact, when the game's all the way over and everybody's back home, people have a way to get in touch with each other, and if they want to tell you how they did, they can. MillyJ.ONES says, if I were on the jury, would I have voted for Hannah, Ken, or Adam? Ooh, you trying to start some problems, girl. Let me just say this. I probably would have stood up and made a case for Hannah. Maybe tried to articulate some things better for her than she did. I feel like Adam was a worthy winner. Mind you, I wasn't there, but from what I saw on TV, I feel like Adam was a worthy winner. Still though, I think there's something to be said for the 4 ways that you get to the end of the game of Survivor. Number 1, after the merge, you can win your way there. You can be super tough and get all the immunities. That's 1. Number 2, you can use a lot of tools. You can be the guy that finds idols and finds advantages and, you know, is supposed to have gone home, but you find a way to save yourself time and time again. You can be that person. Or you can be a person that, where I think Hannah fits, trickery. You can be the person that makes other people feel like you have no shot. And that becomes your biggest asset in the game. Unfortunately, once you make it to the end, that becomes your biggest challenge to getting that $1 million, which is what I think Hannah faced. Because if you make yourself look like no threat, if you make yourself look like you don't know what's going on, even if your voting record shows that you knew the right thing to do on every single vote, as Hannah's did, you have to overcome public opinion, which is 10 people that are angry and bitter at Ponderosa, wondering how you, with your not smart, extra goofy, don't know what's going on self, how did you stay in the game longer than me? And that's what you have to overcome at the end. So I would have tried to articulate that, but at the same time, I will say I think Adam was a great winner for season 33. Last couple questions for this video. Editor Kenna asks, how has my mindset changed coming out of Survivor? I would basically just say I have a different perspective on what's important versus what's not important. What's worth my time and energy versus what's not. I'm kind of anti-drama at this point because there's no drama I'm going to face in Texas that's going to win me $1 million. So it's not worth it, is what I'm trying to say. So that's the main thing. And then Keon Smither asked a similar question. What's the major impact of Survivor on my life? I would just say when I came back, I really evaluated the value that each person brings, because sometimes we have a lot of negative people around us and we tolerate them because they've been around a long time or because they're cute or because they're funny sometimes or, you know, whatever. But after you do something as taxing as Survivor and you are always wondering who's your friend and who's not your friend and who's talking about you, when you come back to regular life, the last thing you need is issues, is paranoia, is somebody sucking from you. You need people to give to you, like you need love, right? So I really looked at the people in my life and it made me value honesty and loyalty and transparency even more so. Like there's nothing that grinds my gears more right now than when I feel like somebody's trying to lie to me or take advantage of me. And I know that's a sensitivity that came out of the game. So anywho, this has been your tea with Michaela B. Thanks for the questions. This is awesome. I love it. It's fun. So continue to comment with your questions below, like, subscribe, whatever. Hit me up on Instagram, the Michaela B, and I'll bring y'all some more tea.